Netflix is getting an exclusive Pokemon movie, Square Enix indie division teased a new game, and the Nintendo Switch Online app got an update for Android. Kind of. Pokemon! I love Pokemon so much, and I'm a 29-year-old man. I am not embarrassed to say that, but not enough to buy Sword and Shield. Whoa, pump the brakes there, buddy. But I do love Pokemon. And I was excited for the Pokemon first movie remake that was out in Japan last year. It was a CGI remake of the first movie. It looked really, really cool. And I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see that in America and eat some popcorn and drink some soda at the movies with my friends. But it turns out, I guess, Pokemon or whoever makes these decisions was like, nope, this is not good enough for theaters. Sorry. I feel like it would be a remake of the original movie. The original movie was in theaters. I had a great time. I got my little pack of Pokemon cards with like Dragonite and Electabuzz and whoever else was in there. I was like, I wanted that kind of experience again, except as a full-grown man, when there's gonna be people with their children, they're like, what is this guy doing? Make sure the kids don't go near him, okay? That's the kind of experience I was hoping for, but I'm not getting it. So that's kind of sad, but hey, it's coming to Netflix, which I have Netflix, exclusively on Pokemon Day, February 27th. So that is cool. It looks really cool. I really like the look of it. The first Pokemon movie was a banger, in my opinion. It brought tears to everyone's eyes. Like, oh my God, no, I'm not going to spoil anything. Just go watch it if you haven't. Get the VHS and the big plastic clamshell. Maybe that comes with the Pokemon card too. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. Not as cool. Like I said, I was really hoping this was going to be in theaters. I was like, why would you take this from me? I love going to the movies. We haven't had a Pokemon movie like have an actual theatrical run since second one, I believe. I think usually they're like you get like a special event, like a 2-day screening or something, and then usually they're straight to DVD or whatever. But Pokemon is the biggest media franchise in the world. I believe these come out in theaters in Japan, like all of them. Why can't we get it? I feel like they would make enough money. Maybe they wouldn't. Maybe the majority of the Pokemon fan base is broke and they don't want to go to the movies. I don't know. I feel like they're not, because Pokemon cards are expensive. It's like $4 for a pack after tax. I see you buying all those Pokemon cards. You can go to the movies. It's an experience. Either way, I'm looking forward to it on Netflix on Pokemon Day. Apparently this is the first announcement of more to come for Pokemon Day. It's going to be an action-packed, jam-packed day. I'm sure there's going to be Pokemon Go events, probably a Pokemon event in Sword and Shield. Who knows? I guess we'll see. But hey, maybe they'll add in all the new Pokemon for Pokemon Day. Just kidding. Maybe that'll happen eventually. They added like 200 in, so like I said, we'll see. Happy Pokemon Day to everybody in the future if you're watching this, which is going to be no one. So hi, no one. And Square Enix indie division, Square Enix Collective, teased a new game today coming this weekend. Everyone was like, what? New Square Enix game? And I was like, no, not a new Square Enix game. A new indie game that Square Enix is just funding. And I'm like, does that really count as being indie? Is that really an indie game? If you're under the umbrella of Square Enix, you're being funded by a AAA developer, which is corporate as hell, which is completely not indie. So how is that indie? How does a AAA it's like Nintendo was like, we got our indie division, we just, do that. That's weird. That's not indie, okay? You're working for Square Enix. I'm sure they have like a final say in things like, no, not that. That means you're not independent at that point. So indie division of a AAA developer, sounds wacky to me, but it's a fucking thing. They put out on Twitter, they said they pretty much just had a little office gif and it said like new game announced this week. Yeah, and like everyone's excited. I'm like, it's gonna suck. This is gonna be some random indie game that no one cares about. Maybe not because they're hyping it up, but I feel like who is gonna care? Seriously, like the most recent game that they've announced coming out for Switch is like some top-down racing game, and I looked at it and I was like, wow, absolutely I do not care. You literally could give me that for free and I would not play it. I'm sorry, I'm just telling the truth. Most indie games do not catch my opinion. Obviously there are absolute diamonds in the rough out there. Shovel Knight and stuff like that. People have been telling me to play Tim. Should I play Tim? I don't know. This is kind of an offshoot random thing. If you want me to play Tim, let me know. People have been saying it. Maybe I'll give you my thoughts on that. But yeah, indie games, I don't know. It's just a weird. It's largely trash bag with some gems sprinkled in there that you got to really dig and find. Actually, you don't really got to dig and find them because people bring them up to the top and go, you absolutely need to play Dead Cells, and there you go. That's your good indie game, or SteamWorld Dig, or whatever the fuck. Like all these games, there's great indie games, but there's like 95% not good. And if you're under the umbrella of a AAA developer, I don't see how you're an indie developer anymore at that point, right? I don't know. But anyways, if you're excited for the new Square Enix indie game, rejoice. And the Nintendo Switch Online app got an update 1.5.3. It's for Android phones only, and it literally is like nothing. The patch notes are this: it fixed an issue that made it impossible to sign in from some devices. And there's like a million Android phones. Like somebody's got this cheap ass Android phone from like 2008. They're like, hey, I can't sign into my Nintendo Online app. Is there any way you could solve this? I'm like, God damn it, fine. They had to get someone on the case. This seems like it's not really an important update. Obviously, why can't we get some good updates? When I saw there was a Nintendo Online update, for a split second I was like, oh, never mind. It's never anything good. It's never like, guys, we made it good finally. Can you believe it? Or we added all these other games instead of like trickling out 2 every like 5 months. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but god damn it, can we get some good updates, please? I would love that. Like, give us some themes for the Switch outside of Nintendo Online. I've said it a million times, but god damn it, there's so much that needs to be overhauled with the Switch and the Online as well, specifically. That it's kind of like sucks to see like, oh, look at this shitty little update that we just pooped out because we got nothing else, baby. Hopefully Nintendo will get the ball rolling in 2020. We can only hope, though. I doubt it. But hey, here's hoping. If you want to look like this badass on screen right here, hit up a merch for fugamecrue.bigcartel.com. We got shirts, stickers, mugs, all that fun stuff. If you want to support the channel but you don't want to buy merch, patreon.com/fugamecrue. For as low as $1 a month, you can really help out the channel a lot. All our patrons, you're amazing. Everyone who comments, likes, subscribes, shares, all that stuff, you're amazing as well. Helping the channel in any way is incredibly, greatly appreciated by me. Links to all the stuff I just talked about in the description. Also my personal channel, Cameron's personal channel as well. Go get down there and click on some stuff, have some fun, and I'll see you later.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty. Thank you for your support.